Hey everybody, it's Margaret, and I thought I'd jump on real fast and talk to you guys about how I make some of my thumbnails. I get questions about it every now and then, so I thought I'd do a quick video just sharing some of the ways that I create, well, how I created this one in particular, but most of my thumbnails go through the same process. So let me get started and share with you what I do. So I'm going to close that. So the first thing I want to tell you, I'm on a Mac. So two of the online programs that I use are PicMonkey and Clipping Magic. They are paid. I think Clipping Magic might have a free trial or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not an affiliate for either of these, so just putting that right out there. But these are the two programs I use. On my Mac, I also use the QuickTime Player when I initially am trying to grab a picture. So basically what I do is I use QuickTime Player to make a little video clip. Let's see if I can get it to pull up while I'm doing this. So I get whatever I want to make the video with, and then I just take pictures of myself, or it's like a little video. Like I'll hold it up, like if I'm doing it with a box or a jewelry jar, a piece of jewelry, I'll make funny faces or I'll do different things. And then I'll just take, like let's say this is what I wanted, I'll take a screenshot of it. So on a Mac, it's Control-Command-4, and then it's just like I grab the picture, like so, and it takes a picture of what I want and puts it on my desktop. So there it is now, just as a picture. So that's not the one I chose for the thumbnail, but that's what I did for this. So here's the one I chose for the thumbnail. It looked like that. So it goes from that to this by the end of the process. So once I've taken, found the image that I want from the little video clip that I take, I drop this into Clipping Magic to knock out the background. I know you can do this in Illustrator, but I'm just not very good at Illustrator. I've learned this about myself, and it's all good. I'm happy doing this. So I go through, and with Clipping Magic, there's a green. Mostly I use the green and the red. The green means keep it. The red means cut it out. So I just go around and drop little green dots all over the parts I want to keep, and then the red dots for all of the area that I want to clip out. And it goes away. Sometimes I'll have to go in. You can see like, oh, my hair is like missing a piece of my hair. So I have to go in and click on my hair. But for the most part, I mean, that's it. Some of my skin got blended in with the white background, so gotta go fix my skin. So I'll go around it and just kind of, clean it up, fix the areas that need it. And sometimes I don't know, there's sometimes little bits in here that I'll come in and take out. Make sure I got all of the pieces. It's pretty quick. So I go through and do that. And then once I have that, I just click download, and it sends it to my downloads. Okay, yes, close, download that. Did it not download? What happened? What happened? Usually it's like, oh, there we go. There, right there. So then I just come over to PicMonkey, and I take my little screenshot that I've knocked out the background for, and I just drop it straight into PicMonkey. And as you see, it's like dark, and because I don't have good lighting, and so I just come over. I think I'm going too fast. I click at the top here, basic edits. I click exposure, and I brighten it up with the highlights, and I'm like, oh, that's too much. Okay. Then I do a little bit over here, like maybe a little bit. So sometimes if it's too orangey, I'll drop that down and make it a little less orange. I can make it all the way blue if I wanted, or oh, that's the saturation side. But yeah, here I can like really change it up like that if I wanted. So it's a little orangey yellow, so I might drop it down a little bit. Apply. And I can save on here because on PicMonkey I have like a, they save files, or I can export it. But actually for what I need to, for the next step, I have to export it because I have to drop it in as a whole separate picture. So I'll export it onto my desktop to show you what I do next. I don't always take this step. The part I'm going to show you now is about how I get the black fuzziness around me. So, but yeah, for me to do that, I have to drop it out again and start over. So, and I know you can do it in Illustrator, but this is just my process. It moves pretty quickly for me. So here I am here, and for me to get the fuzzy around me, I click on sharpen, and then I just like bring it up a little bit, and I don't have to sharpen it all the way, but just a little bit, and it drops that black border kind of thing around me. So apply, and here I can save it either on my desktop or on my thing, on my PicMonkey folder or whatever, hub I think is what they call it. Okay, so then I'm going to go to Open New, and I'm going to go to my hub, because basically what I do is I'll go through and I'll take, like, let's say I did this video, and I'll copy, because I want that background and I just don't want to have to start all over. Sometimes I'll keep the words of the, what happened? Oh yeah, I forgot I changed that one. Sometimes I'll keep the words and things like that. But let me show you from the start. How about that? So you don't. So let me go to templates. Don't save. So let's say I'm starting from the very beginning. I'll come over to templates, YouTube, and they've already got the dimensions ready. So YouTube thumbnail, and then I have already saved backgrounds. So I come over to graphics, add your own in my hub, and I have folders, backgrounds. And so these are a bunch of backgrounds I've saved. I use story blocks because I use it for other things too. So, and again, I don't mind paying for this stuff because I consider it as a business expense, because YouTube is part of my business. It's my business. So here's that. Sometimes I'll move it around, make it bigger, smaller. All right, so here's my background. I got that dropped in, and sometimes I'll change it, make it lighter. You can do whatever. You can make it whatever you want. Look at me. Woo! Okay, anyway, moving on. So there's that. Then I come through. I'm going to add my one that I just did. I saved it on my hub. So there's that. And then, I just put it wherever I want to put it. Sometimes I flip it if it's not like, oh, I want the gun facing that way. So I'll flip it with this little doodad right here. Because a lot of times I'll do that where I want the picture on one side and the words on the other. And sometimes usually I like it when the graphic is behind me. It just looks better. So I'll do something like that. Let me make it bigger, like so. And so that's, how I do that. Now, sometimes I put a filter on it. Let's say I want words. Let me show you what I do. I use this font, Luckiest Guys, one I use a lot. So I'll come over here. I'm just going to show you that's not what I wanted. Just real fast how I do the words in case you want to do words on yours. So let's say this was my $300 haul. Oops. Boop, boop, boop. There, $300. So I'll put it in here like this. This little thing will make it bigger. I can leave it like that, but frequently I make it white and I have a border around it. So I change the color to white, come over to Effects, hit Drop Shadow, No Distance, High Intensity, and this horizontal blur is kind of like what makes it thicker around the 300. Okay, and sometimes I'll put a rectangle behind it to kind of make it pop a little bit more. So I'll do that. And then I have specific colors I use. I use pink a lot, pink, red, blue, or green, and that drops it right there behind in the order. So I do that, and then you can twist it and turn it and however you want it. There goes my alarm, or my clock chime. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so let's say this is perfect. I love it, but I want to add a filter, so I export it. I need to have it as a separate picture. Okay, I'm going to come back and drop it back in again, and this time I'm going to add a filter to it because I like that the little dots, kind of like the comic book look to it. So you'll come over here to this little apple, and that's filters. And I come down to Comic Heroes. There's a few different ones. You can do newsprint, sketch. I mean, you could just do all kinds of stuff and have fun with it. But the one I like to use is comic print. I use dot strength 2. I take the strength way down so it's not like super strong, and then I fade it out some so it's not like in your face. So then I do that, and then I come back and I give it a little more. I come back to the basic edits and a little bit more brightness on the exposure, or something like that. I might mess around with those to make it really like saturated almost, like really pop. So that is, and then I save it out and we're good to go. So that's how I do it. That's just how we do it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. Go down there and leave me a comment. I'm sure everybody will have lots of suggestions on how I can make my life easier. But this is what I like to do, and this is how I do it. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, everybody.